Politics and geopolitics news. Trump sent Brazil a letter of intent to impose 50% duties starting August. 1. Trump announces 50% duties on copper starting August. 1. Brazil will reciprocate Trump's 50% tariff with reciprocity, Brazilian President Da Silva says. Philippines set to start talks with us on lowering trade duties. Senator Cynthia Lummis called on Powell to resign. Von der Leyen doesn't believe EU-US relations will return to previous levels. Financial and stock market news. Waymo's unmanned robotaxi service has debuted a pilot test program in New York City. The size of the US stock market has risen even more strongly relative to other countries' markets. Nvidia plans to release a new AI chip specifically for China, as early as September. Amazon Prime Day sales fell 41% on the first day of the 4-day event. OpenAI plans to release an AI browser. Huawei interested in investing in data centers in Brazil, company. Samsung unveils 3 new foldable smartphones, revamped smartwatch lineup. Major US banks expected to report 2Q trading revenue growth, Reuters. US official reporting season starts next week. TSMC, revenue, June, equals plus 26.9% YOY. Gas price volatility in Europe has fallen to its lowest level since 2021 thanks to large supplies, Bloomberg. Japanese automakers cut export prices to US. To offset rising duties, Bloomberg. Mining company stocks lifted the FTSE 100 to a record after Trump confirmed a 50% tariff on copper, CNBC. Shanghai Composite Index hits highest since early 2022. Average daily trading volume on the CME in 2Q 2025 reached a record high. World oil demand will rise by almost 19.2 million barrels per day to 123 million barrels per day by 2050, OPEC forecasts. OPEC Plus countries will increase oil supply by 15 million barrels per day to 123 million barrels per day by 2050. Oil supply will increase by 15 million barrels per day to 64.1 million barrels per day and market share will increase from 48% to 52%. OPEC expects global oil demand to grow by 18.5% by 2050 from 2024 levels, to nearly 123 million barrels per day. OPEC has named India as the main driver of oil demand until 2050. Coffee prices rise after Trump threatens Brazil with 50% duties, foot. International Coffee Association, global coffee production for the 2023 to 2024 coffee season up 6% to 178 million bags or 10.68 million tons. Grok chatbot will appear in Tesla cars no later than next week, Musk. U.S. Breakfast cereal maker WK Kellogg may be bought by Italian group Ferrero, Wall Street Journal. The company's shares rose 53% on the pre-market after the news. Delta Airlines after reporting plus 13%. Pentagon to become largest shareholder in rare earth magnet maker MP Materials. Stock is up plus 46% on the pre-market on this news. US, initial jobless claims equals 227K. US gas, EIA requests equals plus 53 BCF. Copper broke through a resistance level. JP Morgan CEO Dimon, there is a 40 to 50% chance of a US interest rate hike. In my opinion, the duties are contributing to inflation and their impact will not show up immediately. Trump's proposed 50% tariff on Brazilian coffee could lead to a complete blockade of its importation into the US, trade experts say, Reuters. Crypto World News. Miton Wallet and Token Store have launched the first Miton Wallet Pay real-time integration, enabling ton and UST payments at checkout in stores. Justin Sun said Tron plans to buy $100 million worth of Trump tokens. Sentiment sees growing number of wallets with 1M plus XRP balances as price rises. BTC has yet to rise to levels where long-term holders would want to actively sell their BTC, Glassnode. Snoop Dogg after releasing a track about Telegram, sold 996,000 NFTs on the Messenger in 30 minutes and made $12 million. Ripple CEO, stablecoin market could grow 10x to $1 to $2 trillion in coming years. Proposal to make Wolfie tokens tradable received 99% support from users. Trump's Truth Social. Trump plans to launch a loyalty program, will launch a special utility token to do so. Experts note that now even coffee shops have started buying BTC for their balances. This behavior may be a sign of the beginning of the formation of the peak of the investment cycle frenzy. Bloomberg. CZ is starting to actively advise corporates on buying BNB on balance sheet. CZ said yesterday that already about 30 players are considering such a possibility. Sentiment, crypto projects from the tokenization sector, RUA, with the highest developer activity so far. Bitwise, tokenization is becoming a reality. Real assets such as stocks and bonds are being moved to blockchain. This is a multi-trillion-dollar sector in the future. The Central Bank of Australia has announced that it will conduct a trial of CBDC and stablecoins. The trial is part of Project Acacia, an initiative by the Central Bank of Australia to explore how digital money and tokenization can support Australia's financial markets. Pump token trades on Hyperliquid at a 40% premium to the price of the ICO, which is scheduled for July 12. Monitoring. Donald Trump Jr. invested in loss-making marketing Thumbs Up Media Corp., which started buying BTC. Pump fund platform versus competitors, Dropstab review. Ant Group integrates Circle's USD stablecoin into its global payment platform. ETH co-founder Joe Lubin believes ETH and BTC will grow in the coming years and decades as the world moves towards decentralization. Rumble has selected MoonPay to collaborate on its Rumble Wallet crypto wallet. BTC accounts for 83% of all inflows into crypto investment products this year, CoinShares. MinerBit mining plans to raise up to $300 million to buy Sol for balance sheet. Who will pump Ethereum? Ethereum has broken through the important $2,800 level, and it's all thanks to funds. Yesterday alone, inflows into ETFs totaled $211,300,000. BlackRock bought $158,600,000 worth of Ethereum. Funds are clearly preparing for a rate cut and are actively buying ETH. What are whales buying after crypto Senate hearings? Yesterday, the Banking Committee began a hearing on cryptocurrency, featuring Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse and other industry leaders. At this time, the whales made a bet on 3 coins, Cronos, Crow, soared after news Trump's campaign had applied for an ETF where the coin is in the top 5 along with BTC, ETH, Sol and XRP. Whale has accumulated another 20 million crows in 48 hours, and the total now exceeds 1.03 billion coins. Shiba Inu, SHIB, Whale has increased its control, now holding 62% of the total supply, or 603 trillion tokens. Concentration of large addresses grew by 3%. Bonk, 11 large wallets made 70 transactions in 24 hours, 39 of which were for purchases, with a volume of 3.17 billion tokens. The excitement is building after the hearing. Coinbase has partnered with Perplexity Ari. GameSquare bought 1818F for balance. HSBC experimented with EHKD Plus in Hong Kong on Arbitrum, Ethereum, Linea, Polygon and Hyperledger Besu platforms. Color Technology bought another $101 million worth of BTC for its balance sheet. German state-owned bank NRW Bank has issued digital bonds on the Polygon blockchain. Circle launches USD on SEI network. Update on M2 global liquidity dynamics and BTC exchange rate. So far everything is on track, positive correlation is maintained, BTC follows global liquidity. If the correlation continues, new records are ahead. The charts are built taking into account the lag of BTC rate from the dynamics of M2 global liquidity change in 3 months. Robinhood officially launches ETH and Sol staking in the US. Japanese company Gates has started tokenizing real estate on the Oasis blockchain. Bitcoin breaks new ETH at $113,459.